Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm here to talk a little bit about our exciting Sostento event, which will be this Wednesday, August 31st at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Really excited to share what Sostento and its team is doing to prepare for the potential fall COVID wave. Before we get started, I want to talk a little bit about Sostento for some of you who maybe have never heard of us. We're a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and our mission is to help frontline healthcare workers save lives. Sostento is actually an Italian word that means to uplift, nourish, and sustain, and that is what we do every day for our frontline health workers. I'm excited to see let's see some of our team is here. Hi, Emily. I know you're there in Minnesota. You'll be up in the air for our actual live event, but Emily is our director of partnerships here. She's helped producing this event. Also, Ritika, who's watching on LinkedIn, one of our clinic engagement specialists. Really amazing to have our staff here promoting this event. What we will be talking about at our live stream event will be the potential for a fall COVID wave. It has been 2 years of fall waves. We've seen it. And so this time we can be ready and we can be prepared. Earlier this year, Sostento launched a COVID program with 100 clinics from around the country, free and charitable clinics that serve families living below the poverty line. And we have been working diligently. We have sent out over $3 million, soon to be $4 million, to the front line to do COVID work. And so we have learned a lot, both for our pandemic work the last 2 years, as well just this year. And so what we're going to be doing today is talking a little bit about what I've learned from leading this $7.2 million HRSA COVID project. We are going to be getting insights from our network of those 100 clinics. They've been collecting data about their COVID outreach work. And so we're going to be sharing a little bit about that and what we're doing with them to prepare for the fall wave, as well as the data that we have been collecting along the way. So if you come to the event on Wednesday, you'll get to hear all about what Sostento has been learning over the last 2 years of the pandemic and what we're doing to prepare. I see that we have another staff member, Simon, is here. Yes, this is a can't miss event. A lot of insights, a lot of interesting stuff, because we have 3 very special guests that we are going to be having at the live event. We will be having Professor Julia Rafman from Boston University. She's one of the COVID policy experts. She also has one of those crystal balls. She's been tracking the numbers. She's an expert on COVID, on policy. So she'll be able to tell us what she's seeing for the fall, but also what she thinks policy should be for, doing our best to mitigate what may be the fall wave. So what you can look forward to on our live event is, first, how Sostento and our 100 clinic network is preparing for this fall wave. We're going to talk about workforce. What are we doing with COVID workforce on the front line in our most vulnerable communities? How are we preparing? We are going to talk about how we're keeping that workforce safe. We are working with our partner Project N95 to make sure that one of those first problems we had in the beginning of the pandemic, which was a lack of PPE for our frontline health workers, do not happen again. So we'll be talking about what we're going to be doing, number 1, for our workforce, number 2, keeping our workforce safe, and number 3, how do we keep our workforce on the offensive? COVID has always been one step ahead of us. For this year, for this fall potential surge, we are not going to be behind the virus. We are going to be on offense. We're going to talk about the vaccination work that we're doing, the other COVID services that we are preparing to do in full force through the holidays and into the new year. And very hopefully, we are going to have an Omicron booster, a new vaccine on the scene that we will be able to use in our arsenal of weapons to combat the fall surge. We will also be talking about what has Sostento learned works. What are the evergreen things that we have done to mitigate this virus, to increase access to the services, to stop the spread? What have we done in the first 2 years that we will be deploying this fall? Come to the live event. You will learn, don't make the same mistakes that we have made in the first 2 years. We are going to talk about what works and what we're deploying and what we're not deploying. We'll be talking about some of the ongoing challenges that we know still exist: misinformation of the virus, around the virus, politicization around the virus, and the exhaustion of our frontline health workers. So we'll be talking about covering all these items about what Sostento is doing to prepare for the fall surge of the virus. What have we learned has worked through our first 2 years of responding to this virus? What works? What are we investing in? What are we putting to the side? What do we think doesn't work anymore? We will be covering it at this live event, and we will be having our guest experts. I mentioned Julia Rafeman, Boston University professor. Really excited to have her. We will having also 2 frontline clinic leaders from Atlanta and Milwaukee, Brianna Lathrop from the Good Samaritan Clinic, as well as Erica Sinclair from Health Connections in Wisconsin, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. These are leaders that every day are managing teams that are responding to the various healthcare needs in their community, to families living below the poverty line, and they'll be coming in to talk about what they are doing to prepare for the fall surge. So we hope that everyone can join us for the Sostento's first ever live stream event. It's going to be very exciting with, yes, Ratika agrees. It's going to be very exciting. Thank you, Ratika. I agree. It will be very exciting. I'm looking forward to it. We hope that you can join us. We'll also have the recording, so if you can't make it, you can check out our YouTube channel or our LinkedIn page. This is where the live stream will be happening. You can come there later to watch the recording, but we hope that you can join us. We're really looking forward to Sostento Live, so we'll see you there on Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern. All right. Hope to see you there.